Hey, welcome to this new episode of Conversations with Zoe. I'm your host, Zoe from Cameroon, and here we share nuggets to help us achieve success, which we believe is much more than just acquiring stuff and accumulating a lot of money. But we strongly believe that success is about fulfilling the intention of your creation, and that intention, it is your purpose. And today, I want to share with you on a topic that I think, as usual, will make all the difference in your life. In fact, I planned to record this show yesterday, but I was very tired because right now I am going through a fasting and praying program. So I was very tired, but today I decided that I will be recording this video and I want us to talk on a topic that I entitled, that I called the three prerequisites to change things in your life. Three prerequisites to change things in your life. And first of all, let me tell you, it is not all the prerequisites that I have prepared for this show. I'm talking about three that I think are very important for us to understand, for us to apply, and for us to live by. Because success, as we say here, is about fulfilling the intention of our creation. But success also means that we will have to achieve outstanding things, because none of us came on earth just to be normal. We are God's image. We have been made into the likeness of God, and we are called as Him to do wonders. So, to do wonders and to do outstanding things means that we will have to change the status quo. We will have to change things. We will have to turn the normal into abnormal. We are called to change things. And also, for us to achieve our dreams, something has to change. The simple fact that the life you are living right now is different from the life of your dreams, it is because there is something that needs to be changed that hasn't changed yet. It's simple. You cannot talk about success without talking about achieving great things. And you cannot talk about achieving great things without talking about changing things. It's about change. And change is one of the things that will always be happening. But successful people are those who decide the kind of change they want to produce, the kind of change they want to see happen, and they engage in becoming agents of change instead of being the kind of people who undergo the change or who are victims of the change. The successful people are not victims of change, but successful people are agents of change. So I want to share with you those three prerequisites. And the first one is this. The first prerequisite to be able to change things in your life, to change things in your life, is the decision to change. Everything starts with a decision. Everything starts with you making up your mind to change. It is with the decision that you initiate the process of change. Many people want to achieve great things. Many people want God to accomplish outstanding results in their lives and through their lives, but many of them didn't make the decision to change. It's about making a decision. You know, many people think that making a decision means that you have everything it is required. for you to achieve your dream. But let me help you with this, because it is very important for us to understand that change or decision, making a decision to change, doesn't imply knowing how to manifest the change. Let me explain. Let me repeat it. Making the decision to change your life doesn't mean that you know how to produce the change. The how will come after you took the decision. If you do not take the decision, you will not activate the process that will allow you to find how to, or to know how to produce the change you decided to live in your life, or you decided to happen in your life. It's about making a decision, and making a decision doesn't mean that you know how to apply it or you know how to produce it. The knowing part will come only if you decide to change. It's about you, first of all, deciding. The second thing is this: making a decision doesn't mean having the resources you need to produce the change. Making the decision to change doesn't mean having what it takes, all the resources needed to produce or to experience that change. You have to understand that is very, very, very important. Excuse me from the background noise, because right now we are in the World Cup, and here in my country we are, all of us, we are supporters of the national team. So right now outside there are people blowing whistles to express their support to our national team football. So that is why you are hearing all those background noises. But nevertheless, we will continue. So I was saying that it is not because you make the decision, or it is not because you have what it takes, that you will take the decision. It is not having that. Having the resources is not a condition to make the decision. Knowing how to produce the change, it is not a condition to make the decision. The decision, it is the first thing you have to make. The decision will produce the how. The decision will produce the what you need, the resources. Because even God will never provide for something you didn't make the decision for. And I think it was the late Dr. Miles Monroe who used to say that God will not guide someone who is not moving, because we cannot guide or we cannot give a direction to a car which is in the standstill position. For us to be able to give a direction to a car, that car has to be in motion, because it is the motion that will create the direction. And the motion, it is initiate, or the motion, it is activated when we make the decision. When you make the decision, then you will be able to know how to apply and to produce that change you want to produce. When you make the decision to change, then you will find out how to get the resources you need to produce that change. So it's very important. Making the decision to change, it is a prerequisite to change things in your life. And the third thing about decisions I want you to understand is that making the decision to change implies that I'm going to figure out how to do it. The decision you are making to change It is just an indication that I don't know yet what needs to be done. I don't have yet all the resources I need, but I make the decision to figure out how to apply the change or how to produce the change, and to figure out how to acquire the resources that I need to produce the change. That is, those three things are very important for you, because many people don't make decisions because they think that to make the right way to make a decision is to know how to produce what I am deciding to do. Or many people think that the right way to make a decision is to have all the resources that I need to produce what I'm deciding to produce. But that is not how it works. Making a decision is just like making, or it's like deciding that I will figure out, I will find out, I will ask for help, I will find someone who can help me. I will read, I will pray, I will do whatever it takes to know, to get the right information, to get the knowledge, to get the understanding, to get the wisdom, to know how to produce that change. No one who ever achieved something significant achieved it because he knew how to achieve that thing, or he had all the resources. No, the first thing that happened is that the person made a decision to change. And that is the first prerequisite for you and I to change our life. We have to make the decision. The making of the decision will produce the knowledge, will produce the understanding, will produce the revelation, will produce the wisdom, and will produce opportunities for you to get the resources you need to manifest the change you want in your life. So that is the first prerequisite to change things in your life. The second one is this: the faith to change. Having faith to change. Because success is impossible to happen without faith. Without faith, it is said in the book of the law that without faith, it is impossible to please God. If you don't have faith, then even God will not support you, will not help you, will not guide you. Without faith, you can never achieve something great. You can never become successful. And one of the prerequisites to produce the change you want in your life is faith, having faith to change. And having faith means what? It means that I believe that what is visible comes from the invisible. It means that I believe that what is visible comes from the invisible. The Bible and the book of the law says this. It is by faith that we know that the world was formed by the word of God in such a way that what is visible comes from what is invisible. What does that mean? It means that everything we can touch, everything we can experience, everything we can have and possess, everything tangible comes from something that was not visible. It starts with an idea. It starts in the spiritual realm. And the spiritual realm, it is the realm of the mind, the realm of the thoughts. And when you have faith, It means that you understand something significant, is that every great things that we can touch and experience today was first of all invisible. So you know therefore that what I'm desiring, what I want to achieve may be invisible now, but that is where all things are imagined. That is where all things start. All things are created and all things are imagined. That is the first thing. The second thing with faith is that having faith means that I believe that creation starts in the imagination. The Bible says what? He who can do exceedingly abundantly far beyond through the power that is at work in us, according to beyond what we can ask, or imagine or think. It's about your imagination, what you see in your mind. That is, imagination is your ability to see in image what you are thinking, what you are dreaming about, what you are conceiving, because we think not in words, but we think in images. And when you have faith to change, it means that you understand this. It all starts in the imagination. And what happens in the imagination, it is the creation. And the third thing also about faith is that faith means I believe that God has my back. Do not forget, without faith it's impossible to please God. It is impossible to have God supporting you if you do not have faith. And you need God. You need the divine to be by your side, helping you, guiding you, pushing you, inspiring you, opening doors for your dream, for the change you want to happen to finally happen. That is very important. Faith also means that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, through God who strengthens me. That it is also what it means. I can do all things. So you have faith in God. You have faith in the laws of God. One of the laws is that what you imagined, it is what you are creating, and what you are creating in the invisible will soon be manifested in the visible. And the third, you believe not just in God, not just in the process, not just in the laws of creation, but you believe also that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You have the capacity, you have the potential. This is important. Not just making the decision to change, but having faith to be able to produce that change. And the third prerequisite is this: leveraging the power of initiation. Leveraging the power of initiation. Nothing can move unless something causes that thing or that person or that situation to move. A movement of something, it is the result of a force that have been applied on that thing that produced the movement. For something to change, it has to be someone who initiated a force, a movement, a momentum that produces or that produced the change or the movement. So if you want to change your life, you will have to initiate something. Not just dreaming, not just thinking, not just praying, but be inspired by God to initiate something. For the cause of the black people in America to change, something had to be initiated. For this apartheid system in South Africa to change, something had to be initiated. For the situation of people in India to change, Mahatma Gandhi had to initiate something. So for you to change things, you will have to initiate something. For the change God wanted to happen in the world to occur, to be manifested, God had to initiate change, and he initiated that change through Jesus Christ, his son. So that is the power of initiation. Nothing will change unless something change. And something change means that a movement is released, a movement is started that will produce the momentum, that will produce the force, that will cause other things in the environment to change also. That is very important. That is why I say this. Initiation means nothing will move unless I exert upon the thing I want to change, upon the situation I want to change, a force on that thing, on that situation. Nothing will move unless I exert, I apply a force on that thing I want to move. Second thing, initiation means action creates movement, and movement creates opportunity. Opportunity is the result of things being moved, because when things are being moved, it creates space, and that space is opportunity. That is why during crisis, many people become rich. Those who know how to recognize opportunities, because a crisis comes to move things. A crisis comes to create a movement, to create a shift, and that shift creates space, and that space is opportunity. And that space to happen, an action has to be taken, and an action will create a movement in the environment, and the movement will create space, and that space, it is the opportunity. When people are going out of business, it creates space, and that space, it is an opportunity for someone to take. Space is opportunity. Opportunity is a space, and that space can happen or can appear only after a shift, after a movement, and that movement to take place, an action has to be taken, because every action creates a movement, and every movement creates space, and that space, it is the opportunity. That is why to change things, you will have to initiate something. These are the three prerequisites I want you to consider: making the decision to change, having faith to change, and initiate something. Initiate something. That is very important. You cannot change if those three things are not activated, or those three, you do not take those three prerequisites into consideration. You have to make the decision. I know you don't have what it takes right now. You don't have all the resources right now, and you don't know how to do to produce that change. But first of all, you have to make the decision to change. You have to make that decision. You have to make up your mind. Today, I decide to change things. No more will I be in this situation. I decide today to change. Then you will see God starting moving in your direction, to produce circumstances and to produce connections with the right people that will help you to produce the change you wanted in the first place. You have to build faith, the faith in your capacity, in your potential to produce the change, the faith in God, and the faith in the laws of creation and manifestation. And also, you have to apply the power of initiation. You have to understand that nothing will change unless you initiate the change. And that is what I wanted to share with you. I hope you've got some value from this video. Don't forget, subscribe to our show. Maybe on YouTube, subscribe, like this video, share it with people you know may need this kind of content. On podcasts, leave us a comment, leave us some stars, recommend this podcast to your friends, because you know that it will make them feel right. Also, we need you to help us spread the word. We need many people to be touched by the kind of content we are sharing here. I hope you've got some value from this video, and don't forget, as I usually say, it was Zoe from Cameroon, and I wish you success.